Say your name and what tribe you're from.
I'm Mvskoke. I'm from the whole Indian tribe.
Joe Leitka, 8/15/46, Creek, Seminole, Choctaw. I don't know. They say when I was in boarding school, I was Creek, Seminole, Choctaw, and I come out, I'm just Creek. I don't know what happened, but yeah, I tried to enroll in. I enrolled into the Creek because my mom was Creek, and I went over to Seminole and asked them if I could enroll in there. They said no because I'm already enrolled in Creek, and I didn't know. I didn't know they did this.
No, your mom's name? Or your mom's or your family?
Uh, what they say Mary John, yeah, because she couldn't speak any English, you know, and I don't know, maybe they threw the John in there. I don't know, but even my sister couldn't get a birth certificate because of the mix up or the problems with the birth.
Can you tell me about that time in Jones Academy or sort of your experience there?
There weren't many of us there at that time when I got in there, and I was I was homesick. I wanted to go back to my mom. Anyway, I used to talk to some other little guys, and they was they would they didn't really want to go with me. You know, I told them what I was going to do. You know, I didn't want to go down the road, so there was railroad tracks close by, so I got on railroad track, started walking over. I didn't know. Home was like what 4 or 5 hours. Anyway, I just started walking down a railroad track, you know, get away from the school. And I guess they found out I was gone, or maybe one of the little guys stole it off me. But anyway, I got to the intersection. There was a BIA sitting there, and they just picked me up, took me back to the school, and I got in trouble for that. They used to then the principal, I can't remember his name, but Macklemore, I think it was. He I'd go to his office, and he had what you call a board of education um, paddle, but it was thick and had holes in it. He told me to drop my pants, and I didn't know what he meant by that, but he called and kind of grabbed me, made me lean against the desk. He jerked my pants down like that and started hitting me with that board.
How many
I,
times
I
over those years do you think that they hit you or
got, I don't know, but 4 or 5 times more. As I got a little older, I tried again. Got a little older, I tried again. So I just kind of gave up because that they always seem to find me, or I take the wrong trails or something. Movies in a gym, you know, show movies, take us skated. David took us. I can't remember how old I was. We went to that McAllister rodeo, the prison rodeo, and
mm-hmm.
they let us go inside. But I noticed a bunch of trustees sitting there because they all wore white, you know. And as I was walking by, somehow hollered, "Niha, Niha." That's my Indian, you know. They call me Niha. And I turned around and looked. Well, I didn't recognize anybody, you know. And then I found out later But I can't remember who it was it went to prison for something. But they all knew me by NTAI when I was little, and I gave that name to my grandson. You know, but yeah, after I went to Chilocco, I think it was 62, 64. I met her and at a watermelon feed. They, you know, they have that first part of school. I guess kind of introduced each other and everything. I seen her, and I just kept going around. Kind of love at first sight. Eh? But yeah, it was crazy.
How was Shalako different from Jones Academy?
Uh, Chilocco wasn't really that bad. Uh, I went AWOL a couple of times. You know, they didn't catch me. I went to Pocket City, and I went uh, Shawnee, I think. But we used to walk across the. There used to be a trail through the brush. We'd go to the Kansas state line, and, there used to be a little store there. We'd go there once in a while, get cigarettes, sometimes a beer. We got enough. I never did have money. Uh, I was surprised one year. I think it was when I was in 11th grade. I think my cousins came visit me. They live in Oklahoma City, and they come visit me. It surprised the heck out of me, you know, because I was in a dormitory just watching TV, and next thing you know, somebody came up to me. Somebody wants to see you. Look like family, you know. So I went out there. They stayed to visit for about half hour or so. And I
How were
came
they
in.
related? How were they related to you?
That was his cousin.
On his mom,
His
mom's
mom's
sister.
sister had so that was the cousins. It was Ida,
Uh,
Wanda,
uh,
Juanita.
Ida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long had it been since you saw them?
How long was it since you saw them? Ever since you were small, or
Yeah. That was the first time I seen them since they took me away. My whole the family. I didn't have even Christmas time. Nobody. I was expecting somebody to come visit me. You know, when I was little, but nobody came visit me, and I kind of felt sad. So during the holidays, everybody go home. I'll be there. I got. I remember I got me a Timex watch for Christmas, but they didn't tell me it back then. It was waterproof. So I took a shower with it on, and that's took care of that. But
How was it having a family after you didn't have your family growing up? How was it being a father and having a family?
I never knew my father. He was out of the picture most all my life. I stayed with my cousins. I know they. I guess they used to babysit me all the time, but I stayed with my mom every now and then. We had a house. We had a house in Holdenville, and that's before they took me away. Then later, I can't remember when it was. Remember she owed back taxes on
Yeah.
that house.
no,
Like-
she owed it to a dentist. I have all the old paperwork, and she owed some money to a doctor dentist, and they took that house payment. And yet I read in there someplace there was the law against them doing that. to take a home from, anyone in place of a payment of what they owe, and that's what that was at home in Hoganville, and the paperwork that we have, I kind of read because his dad sent us a picture of him when he was before he died. He had diabetes. That's what he has.
Yeah.
But he lost his leg.
He wanted to see his grandchildren, and I was still mad at him because of, I didn't really know him, and he wrote a letter in it. He sent me a picture. I don't know what I did with the picture.
I got it. I sent a picture. I sent a picture of the girls to him.
Anyway, yeah.
Do you know his name?
Huh?
Do you know his name?
His name.
Joe Leitka. Yeah. Anyway, maybe he was sowing his seeds. I don't know, but I never actually knew him, because he wasn't in my life till the last, when he wanted to see his grandkids. I never did. I don't think I wrote back or nothing. I told my wife, I said, I'm still mad at him because he wasn't really in my life. I don't know, and I think the two oldest girls, I think it was the two oldest girls.
Sent me pictures.
They went to see the grandma, and that's when I think I told you that I should have left. My mom wanted to keep one of my girls. I said I should have left it there. She'd probably be speaking Creek now, I kind of kicked myself in the butt for that, But even when after I got done with school, later on, I joined the Army. Then I went the basic. Then I went to the AIT. Well, during Thanksgiving, I think I took a bus to back home, Oklahoma City. Well, actually, Midwest City we was staying in, and I went to go see my mom. Even though she talked to me, Creek, I could catch a few words, and not that much because of all the years I spent in boarding school. But that was the last time I seen her. I had a big turquoise ring. I took it off and I gave it to her, and I just didn't want to go back, but I had to.
What did she say when she? How did she act? What did she say when she saw you? For that time.
What did she say when she saw you? She was down there undoing her hair, and he said, "Hi, Mom." And she just looked at him. She said, "Ni hao," and she undoing her hair like that.
She always had a bun.
Yeah.
Got long hair. And she looked at me and she just smiled, I kind of wanted to cry. I gave her a hug. She was talking to me, like I say, I could really understand her anymore. I told her, I have to go. I have to catch a bus and go back. But I'll see you after I get done. But I don't know where she went after that. I think she moved someplace. I can't remember where she moved.
She wanted to know how how you changed into becoming a father, family father, after leaving Oklahoma to become a family and father.
How did he learn?
How
Like
did he
learn
learn?
how? Like how did he?
How did you learn to change?
Oh, I met you.
I changed him.
I don't know. It took me a while, you know. It's it's just I don't I don't know.
Know what it like to be a family. Mom loved him. Mom said that was her Elvis. Her son, her Elvis. She'd do everything for him. And he kind of found out, he said, well, it was different. He never had so much love from all of them that loved him. My brother, my youngest brother, he was young then, so he used to play army with him, and we take care of the young kids. And so he kind of grew up with the kids, kind of grew up with them. Knew what the different ones and the difference between you're sitting in your dorm and you got to do this and do that. No, it wasn't our dorm. It was our house. It was our family, and he got to learn. He learned that. One time he told me, he said, "Sometimes I think you're teaching me along with the kids," which I was, because it took a long time for him to be who he was. Really, he loved the river. He loved going down the river every day. He'd go up and down that river, be a police officer, doing what he wanted to do. And so it just kind of like coming out of your shell, find out who you are. God, I'm a human being. I'm really me. I can do what I want. And then more things. That was different.
When you were little and growing up, did you get hugs and
Yeah.
from your family or
Yeah.
mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you learn things. I always learned that as soon as I'm in a home at the dinner, get up and help, get up and do things,
Mm-hmm.
you know, go help your auntie, go help your grandma, go help, do things. And you don't have to be told.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
learn these things. And it was kind of different. And it was like, why do we have to party so much? Especially after Vietnam. He used to really went into a shell and I had a hard time. I still do a lot of times. Post-traumatic stress, Agent Orange, cancer, diabetes. Now he's got to go to heart. Exploratory surgery on July 8th. So, I don't know. He said he wants to talk to the girls. He did talk to her once, but I think it's time that they understand. And they know how Dad feels, and they always call up your dad, Mom, you guys okay? You guys inside? You guys just bad? Keep still, But I do take them. Like the other day, we went down to Whole River because they, our tribe is not good with their people. They caught that COVID, and they were tested positive. So family station. It's my nephew. He's a chief, and you get a tribal council that's so disrespectful, so ugly. I called him and I just told him, you're no good. You're really no good. I said, people vote for you. You know, it's something that. So I told him, well, let's go down there, let's get some water, let's bring some stuff for her. I got air purifier, and asked him what else you need, and then we went down there. We went down there just to deliver the stuff. We delivered this stuff, and I told them at the gate because they're going to charge me like $500. They were going to fine me if I go in there.
Mm.
And I don't care. I said, I am coming here to deliver to someone that needs this. And then, oh, okay. Because last time I told them, they said, should we call cops? I said, call the cops. Just go ahead and call. So we went down there, we went up to Forest, and lo and behold, all my nieces were there, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, they were all there, my daughters. Mom, what are you doing, Mom? Mom, Dad, presume let's go eat. Went and had some good time. So it was good for him. It's not something you want to do before his surgery. And, I always said that he needs to have something that to give to his grandchildren, his great grandchildren, and they can see. I have one of these. We're supposed to be doing our our life, but we always just talk about our good memories and things that happen. We forget about the life.
Do you remember when you were a kid being hugged or getting attention, and when you were small?
No. Just a girlfriend.
Eh. So you were in Vietnam?
Yeah, I was in support unit, and they had me. This is what's crazy. I went to AIT at Fort Leonard Wood, I think it was, and I was taught how to run a rough terrain forklift and what the heck was that? Well, anyway, with 8 weeks of training for that, when I went to Vietnam, they put me on a 20-ton crane. I didn't know nothing about it.
Mm.
So they just said, "This is in Rashid." I said, "Oh, okay." I had to teach myself how to run that thing, because I didn't know nothing about it. But anyway, I spent 24/7 on that machine, out in the field. I guess that's probably where I got the Agent Orange, because they cleared everything out. It was just a bare field. Rains, when it rains or whatever, and it dries up, all the dust comes back up. I'm inside the machine, and it's just full of dust and everything. I said, "Oh man." Sometimes I get Vietnamese people, do some like they do here. That make the Mexicans do this and do that. That's the way it was over there, Vietnamese. Anyway, and after I get done out there in the field, then I have to pull guard duty, and I'm half sleepy, kind of tired, but once in a while.
What did Agent Orange do to you? What were the effects of Agent Orange?
Prostate,
Prostate cancer.
prostate cancer. Yeah.
He's got cancer
They-
in his prostate.
Instead of doing chemotherapy, I had a seed implant. So
He couldn't do it because he had his diabetes. They couldn't do his surgery because he had diabetes. So they.
Do you feel like the VA has helped you or has given you what you needed because of your service?
Not really.
We were just talking about
we spent all day. What was that, day before yesterday? Or
Yeah.
just a few days ago, we I called him up. I needed. Oh, I'm I'm due for some new glasses. All I wanted to do is get. Since they can't help us at the VA because of this pandemic going on, right? So they call us, or we have to call them. They sent me a letter of places to make appointment. Then we'll have to call them back, let them know. Anyway, we're sitting there uh, on the phone. Her phone, my phone. The phone went dead. Just wait for the VA to ask,
No.
call back. Or then that one day I was doing it again, and
So,
I had an appointment at the bank, my bank, at like 10:30 in the morning. Uh, we started calling like 8 o'clock. I think that's when the VA starts, get, and they they still put us on hold. And
Don't you need a wheelchair or something? Don't you need a wheelchair and
yeah,
they won't give it to you?
he won't.
well, we can't.
He, he
Uh,
has to fill out a form again for these questions about do you go to the do you have a hard time going to the bathroom and all these crazy stuff. And he's been telling the doctor he can't walk. She said, well, get up and go walk around. He can't. I'm sorry, but he can't walk. and, and now it's even worse where he can't really do anything, so it's take him out. But they sent him a 4-page thing of fill this out first and we'll determine whether or not you they don't see him. His leg was so infected on his one side. It was all red and it's swollen up. And finally, I told my doctor, I said, can you please look at my husband's leg? Please. I said, because I'm not a doctor, but I shouldn't look like this. And the minute she looked at his legs, she just said that. They gave him to another doctor, and he said, well, you got a congestive heart disease. You need to go see a heart specialist. They made him an appointment with the heart specialist, but he came home and he'd been sleeping on another chair that we had for him. He was sleeping on there for 4 months. He couldn't lay down in the bed. And not even 2 days later, then he called me at work, and I came home and he said, I'm getting chest pains. And my other daughter came home and got another that worked at a clinic, called an ambulance. And that's when they found out he had so much water in him, that it was 50 pounds of water. That's why he couldn't lay down and it was choking him. Mm-hmm. And this here that was coming out of here was that water. It was retaining so much water. But yet the VA not once looked at his legs since it took me till 2014 before they accepted he had Agent Orange. 2014. And what the doctor said to him at the time, because we moved here in 2010, and they asked him, you ever thought about suicide? He said, yes, I did. Depressed, getting no medical, getting no help, nothing. And she said, do you want to go to that mental hospital, Stelcom? And he got up. I said, why do you say that? Why do you ask him if he wants to go there? He wants some help. He doesn't want to go there. And she said, well, that's... But they never did look at his leg. They check his, how his cancer's doing by doing tests every 6 months. And they do that. So I got him another doctor. And that's what he is with his heart surgery now. Because now we're debating whether or not we're gonna get us buy his own glasses. They said Monday. This was call us, but there. I told him. I said I even called this number that you told him to call. That when he gets an appointment, but the doctor said they could not have an appointment until you, the BA, since was. I'm sorry, you get the wrong. They got the wrong form. Anyway, so if we don't hear from him Tuesday, Bobby is by his own. We think about doing that with his own wheelchair. We was thinking about asking, not the scooter. We was thinking about asking the Mvskoke, but I said, yeah, they'll probably say ask the BA. That's probably what they'll say. And I was gonna tell him, I know that his sister got some money from them for that COVID, but he didn't. So I was gonna tell him I'll have to save it up and buy my scooter. Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to put on the video?
Is there anything else you want to put on the video?
You guys want water or something? Well, I'm glad I got to meet you anyway, and the other crew, yeah, and the two Pawnee women, yeah. Wasn't for them, I wouldn't be talking to you.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a small world, but well, I haven't really got that much. I don't talk that much, really. I always tell people that I'm talking on the phone. I called my with that nephew
Yeah.
Jonas yesterday. We talked for a little bit. I said, "Well, I gotta hang up now because I'm running out of words." that's what that you know. I even tell my granddaughter that. She calls me from Montana. Oh, great granddaughter. Yeah. I want to go visit her graduation next year. I told her sister came back with her dad. You know, her name's Savannah. When she was small, she had to go through heart surgery. Uh, I remember back then. I said, I gave her. My daughter gave me a cross. You know that. What do you call that cross? That
St. Christopher.
huh?
St. Christopher.
No.
No.
The cross with. Oh gosh, I can't. It's inlaid with gold and something, silver or something. They got a name for it. Anyway, one of my daughters gave me that, so I took it off and gave it to Savannah when she was little. And I said, before she went through surgery, I said, "This is for you. Creator's gonna take care of you. Don't worry, everything's gonna be okay." You know. Sure enough, it came out. I'm glad everything turned out okay. She's going into what? 9th grade. She told me
Yeah.
when she was. I think she's going in 9th grade now.
You
I was
say,
asking her.
Are you in 5th grade yet?
Yeah.
That's
Lot of
kids are growing
A lot
up
of little ones, they going up and upgrade, and I always think they're still in the 3rd grade or something.